So now that I'm in a house, it's just snowing every day, so I have to go out and shovel and snowblow every day. We didn't have snow from Christmas until I moved, and now it is just a winter wonderland. Like, hello? Why? And keep in mind, it's like 32 degrees out, so that's just the freezing temp, meaning it's not the light, fluffy snow that's fun to play in. It's like hard chunks of ice that actually hurt your skin when they hit you. I'm ready to go back to the apartment. Anyway, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video and happy Wednesday. Today's video, per your guys' request, I am going to be bringing back an Against the World video, and it is going to be featuring none other than Broncos quarterback Russell Wilson. For those unfamiliar what Against the World is, I'm basically putting Russ against every quarterback in the league, and I'm saying if I would take him over or under that quarterback. This is gonna be kind of interesting because a lot of people have completely written off Russ, and a lot of people are like me where they still think, he can be great. Anyway, before we hop into the video, a couple of quick plugs. One, head over to gfuel.com, use code WyattzWorld, save yourself a discount on any G Fuel products. And two, if you're 18 years or older, head over to Prize Picks, the daily fantasy app where code WyattzWorld will match up to $100 of your first deposit. Remember guys, always play responsibly, and let's get into the video. Alright, so here we are at the list, and I have to explain nothing because I already did. However, before we start, I like to go back and just peek at the careers of the contestants so we're all familiar with who we're talking about. So if you take a look at Russell Wilson's career, if you didn't know, he has accomplished a lot since being drafted in 2012. He's been elected to the Pro Bowl 9 times. He's won a Super Bowl, should have won 2 of them. And he carries a career record of 108 wins, 64 losses, and 1 tie. I mean, you can look at his touchdown to interception ratio, that's great too, but that obviously doesn't speak for every aspect of a quarterback. However, Russ's consistency in the league from 2012 up until brain dead Nate Hackett was his head coach, like, the man was really good. He was winning games at a decent completion percentage, was throwing around 30 touchdowns a year. Like, I mean, I do think that he can still be great, and I think Nate Hackett is a lot to blame for the downfall. All right, so now that we've looked at that, we can begin, and our first quarterback is none other than Aaron Rodgers. I'm taking Aaron here. Aaron's a top 10 quarterback of all time. Like, there's no really arguing that. He is an absolute weirdo. I hate his offseason antics, but when it comes to being capable of throwing a football, he is one of the greatest of all time. After Rodgers, we've got Baker. No. Never, ever would I have taken Baker over Russ. I wouldn't have taken Baker in his prime versus Russ this year. Like, no. After Baker, we've got Carson Wentz. No. Guy is terrible now. He was really good on the Eagles like 6 years ago, but he's lost it. After Wentz, we've got Dak. No. Especially after this year, I finally opened up to Dak. I was like, he's great! And then he sucked. I'm really not sure what happened with Dak Prescott this year, and you guys know my philosophy. Using the excuse, they're hurt, is the worst excuse ever, because if you're hurt, you shouldn't be playing. As much as I want to use that excuse sometimes, I try my best to never do it. After Dak, we've got Vanilla Vic. You guys liked that comment yesterday. I'm not the originator of that. I'm just saying that right now. Anyway, no, I would not take him over Russ. All right, that brings us to Davis Mills. This is a tough one. No. Up next, we got Derek Carr. No, but he deserves to be a starter in the league. He is definitely better than about 10 to 12 of the quarterbacks on this list right now. After Derek Carr, we've got Bill Cosby. No. Looking at him as a person, absolutely not. Looking at him as a player. No, he was horrible this year. Now, I do expect Deshaun Watson to bounce back and be a lot better next year, but from what we saw off of his huge return, his big money return, ass. Up next, we got Desmond Ridder. No, but I think this guy can ball. I think if I had to bet money, I would say Desmond Ridder will be a starting quarterback in the league one day for multiple seasons. I don't know why, I legitimately think the guy is good. Like, I think he's gonna develop really well. He does need to sit behind someone though for a year. After Desmond Ridder, we got Drew Lock. No. After Drew Lock, we've got Geno Smith. Huh? No. Now this one could be argued because Geno did have a really good year, but I don't think he's a better quarterback than Russell Wilson. Swap systems once, put Geno in the Broncos and see how he does, because it's not gonna be any better than Russ just did. Okay, next up we got Obi-Wan Jacoby. No, but he's a good quarterback too. I think he's gonna be a Buccaneer. I know Kyle Trask is technically their starter right now, but like Jacoby can play. He's just not gonna be your first option ever. After Jacoby, we got Jalen. Yes, I would take Jalen over Russ. Jalen is my boy. You guys know that. He's always been my boy. He always will be my boy. I love that I was right about him. I do. I can't get over the fact that I was correct. After Jalen, we've got Jameis. No. After Jameis, we've got Jared Goff. Oh. I'm a Goff stan, you guys know this. We're saving that one for later. Jimmy Garoppolo, no. One thing you can appreciate about Russell Wilson is he doesn't get hurt. I think he did get hurt and miss his first game ever this year, and it was like literally one game. After Jimmy, we got Joey B. That's an obvious one. Josh Allen. Yes, it's another obvious one. I think we can just move on. That'll bring us to Justin Fields. I wouldn't take him over Russ right now, but you develop the consistency of his throwing, and I probably will. Justin Fields is gonna be really good. I've already apologized, man. I was way too impatient with him his rookie season. The guy has a lot of talent. All right, up next, we've got Justin Herbert, and I'm thinking about this one harder because not how low I think of Justin Herbert, it's how high I still think of Russ. However, you gotta be crazy to not take Justin Herbert here. I mean, he's young, he's a flamethrower, he's gonna be very good for years to come. After Herbert, we have got Kenny Pickett, not yet. And up next, we've got the man, Kirk Cousins. He was younger than Russ, like if he was Herbie's age, I would take him, but right now, like if they said you had to choose with the Vikings quarterback going forward to win a championship, Russell Wilson or Kirk Cousins, I'm gonna take the guy who's won a ring. I love you, Kirk Cousins, you are mad underrated, but I just think I gotta take Russie here. All right, moving on, we got Kyler. No. What has he done to make me think he's any better than Russell Wilson? I'll wait for those comments, because they should be hilarious. After Kyler, we've got Lamar. Closer than people think. I know Lamar won an MVP. I still think Russ is a hell of a lot better at throwing the ball. He's a lot more consistent at throwing the ball. But I'm probably going to still stick with Lamar Jackson. He's a winner. There's no other way around it. He wins games. After Lamar, we've got Mac Attack. No. Still think anybody who thinks Bailey Zapp is better than him, though, is absolutely delusional. After Mac, we are back to Jared Goff. No, we'll do it later. Malik Willis. No. Marcus Mariota. No. Matt Ryan. No. Matt Stafford. No. Mitch Trubisky. I should be a singer. That'll bring us to Patrick Mahomes. Again, not really a lot to explain here. It's sickening for me to say this, but it's the reality of the situation, man. This guy is already looking like he might retire as a top 5 quarterback, and he could retire as the best quarterback. Like, you know, you can hate him because he kicks your ass all the time like me. You can hate his wife, you can hate his annoying brother, but you can't really hate him. Especially from how good he is. Like, dude, it's annoyingly good. After Mahomes, we've got Tannehill. Get the fuck out of here. After Tannehill, we've got Sam Darnold. Yeah, I think I'd take Sam over Russ. The same day I pull a roll of $100 bills out of my ass crack. Moving on, we got Taylor Heineke. No. Good quarterback, deserves some sort of role in the league. After Heineke, we've got Teddy B. Not even close. I've said this since he was in Minnesota, and I'll catch some hate for this, but he's never ever been a great quarterback, like ever, not even for a second. I retract that, maybe when he was under Sean Payton because he made Jameis Winston good too, but Teddy he's been a backup his entire career. That's always what he's played like. After Teddy, we've got Jared Goff. We'll save this for later. Trevor Lawrence. Yes, I would. 100%, no doubt about it, no second guessing. I don't need a receipt. Give me Trevor Lawrence, you take Russell Wilson. Trevor Lawrence is elite. He is already elite. It's not he's going to be elite. He is elite. Ability to throw on the run, the ability to run, the ability to improvise in the middle of the play. I mean, the guy, he took 1 year of his rookie season where he looked horrid, gets a better coach, and then this season he comes in and starts running through games like he's Tom Brady. I love Trevor. And after Trevor, speaking of Tom Brady, we got Tom Brady, but it's not Tom Brady because he is retired now, so it's Kyle Trask, and no. Because I know somebody's gonna go on TikTok and try and take this out of context, I'm labeling Kyle Trask right there. Up next, we got Trey Lance. No. After Trey, we got Tua. He didn't get a concussion every week. I would take Tua over Russ. I think as a passer, he's really showing that he can be great, but his injuries are a big problem. After Tua, we got Tyrod Taylor. No. After Tyrod Taylor, we got Zach Wilson. No. And ending the list, we've got Jared Goff. I legitimately would take Jared Goff over Russ, and I'll tell you why right now. Jared Goff has never been a bad quarterback. Jared Goff is still young. Jared Goff went from a Super Bowl contending team to the literal worst team in the league. Didn't do terrible his first season, and then last year helped make them the contenders that they now are for the playoffs. If you're somebody out there who thinks Justin Herbert or Kirk Cousins is a good quarterback, but you don't think Jared Goff is a good quarterback, you make no sense. Right now, I would put Jared Goff as a top 10 quarterback in the league, and I'll sound insane for saying it, and I will fight on that hill until I can't fight anymore. All right, guys, and there you have it for Russell Wilson against the world. And if my calculations are right, I got Russ pegged at number 10, and I think that's fair. Let me know what you guys agree with. Let me know what you guys disagree with, because I'm sure there is a lot of them. Anyway, as always, guys, it was fun, but that's where I'm gonna cut it for the day. Comment, like, subscribe, show any support you can. You know I appreciate it. But as always, I'm gonna hop off and get this edited so you can watch it on time. Have a great rest of the week, and I will see you in the next video.